can't see how many people are still here. Hi guys, apparently our my internet died. That's Comcast for you. Hi Pig, please. Baby. Hello. I immediately realized the error of my wording right after it was too late. I did a little bit of color work while I decided, I don't know if the stream went down before I started doing little splotches, but I decided to get rid of that. Splotches of like more saturated color. I have to actually decide on an eye color still for this character. I'm open to suggestions. Pig. She just wants food. She's not even worried about the stream. Red looks okay. I would say hazel, but this character already has so many gradients. Oh, that is me. And I don't want to hear my own voice at all. So, sorry this is taking so long in terms of coloring. This is what's gonna push the stream over to 2 hours, is just coloring this character. Make it a little lighter so the lines are still obvious. this, I'm sorry, hearing my own voice threw me off. No, I don't want to talk. I'm turning the music on. I'm done talking forever. I think I don't want to go with purple because Amani has purple eyes and their faces are already incredibly similar in shape. Brown doesn't look that great. Wow, I almost forgot the eardrum in this. And I don't want to do that. It looks kind of like Gage's, visually speaking, which I'm okay with. So it looks like it starts at about kind of a faint bluish green and then goes to purple starting at the tail, so that's what I'm going with. And then it turns back into the brown that it starts as. And then kind of tapers off. Hey, you got to use the fill tool once, that's nice. One whole time. I feel like I don't want the tails to be like a creamy sort of color. Just looking at them right now. I'll probably try to change that a bit. This reminds me of the fucking post I made that was like, uh, what other concept artists do versus what I do as concept art. This is very sloppy. Wish I could be one of those people who does like painterly shit for concepts. I'm just not though. I'm not really feeling the red eyes. Blue doesn't really work either. Maybe green? Green actually kind of works. Um, I better just color this vest in real quick. Go to my lesbian vest Google search. Blue and brown is a very common color for the formal butch look, so I think it goes with her color scheme. As is. And this probably needs to be redder. Oh, that's too red. Maybe I'm going too saturated. I want it to be clearly a different color from the rest of her. Maybe the blue's what's throwing me off. Now I'm just going darker to see if it works. Sort of. It sort of works. We can try maroon. Definitely try that. I think blue works better. I'm gonna just leave it like this. Maybe fix the blue a little bit. I think maybe the problem is I don't really like colors that are darker to go on the bottom. That blue definitely got uglier. She's one weird looking character. I will give her that. So, real quick. I'm gonna end up losing the coloring that I did. I'm just gonna make an extra layer just in case. Because if you do too many brush strokes, then it forgets the history eventually. You can't undo and go back. Really don't think that like a pastel rainbow sort of thing is gonna live up to what the other one was. Yeah, it just looks a lot faker, for lack of a better word. Get out of here. I don't like that. Let's just mess around with the colors a little bit. I feel like the design could use just a little more of the red in it besides the throat patch. I thought it'd look weird in the eyebrow region, which is where it's going to be visible most often. Then again, Otis has eyebrows that are wildly saturated colors. Doesn't look too off. I did not turn my music back on. Seems like it drowns out the colors a little bit. I definitely like it white. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it white. I think she's pretty done. Which is good enough for me. I can probably round this off to just 9 p.m. I'm gonna go look at the characters I designed before. If I can find them. I think I... No, that was a separate stream. Please sort by name, thank you. Absolutely ridiculous. I might have already moved it to my drawings folder because I had to mess with that recently. How exactly are these names being sorted? Because I don't see any 2016 files from this year. Yeah, that's definitely not the right file. It's probably right in front of my fucking... Yeah. There it is. I did not name it correctly, which is my fault. This guy I'm still not super happy with. So I think I'll draw his face a couple more times. Let's get your lines in there, buddy. It's the boys. Not all of the boys, but some of the boys. Probably needs, the eyelid needs to be a little lower if I'm gonna do that. Oh my god. Why Kingdom Hearts? I haven't played that game in, I don't know, centuries. So this boy's got a few. I might move the feathers around a little bit because they're not stuck in one place. I'm sure when you walk around with your hair it gets all tousled. I think the problem is, I just tend to draw his beak a little too thick because royal flycatchers do not have very thick beaks, and I'm thinking I will make his boyfriend a royal flycatcher too, and I would want him to have the larger chin if I was gonna have anybody. His boyfriend's also gonna have those whiskers that the birds usually have. Oh, this is his arm. Does he really have... No. He's got kind of a slight... There we go. Thinking about giving this boy smaller eyes. That'll be obvious when I start drawing borderline if I decide to do that though. Let's see how many he's got. Quite a few. Seems to look better when I draw it thicker. Now we kind of round out those shoulders. I said round them out. Hand, please work with me. he's got his twig legs. No, I haven't thought of a name, mostly because I'm still deciding on certain coding aspects of his character. I don't gotta draw this boy completely. It's mostly just going for the head. I want to draw how it looks from the back, folded down and then, or done up and then folded down. Give yourself a little space, buddy. Oh. There is a partial boy in the group. This guy is full boy. I wanted the most feminine one to definitely be full boy so that there weren't any implications. That if you are more feminine, that you're not a real man or whatever. I know that would definitely be a thing if I did it, so. I'm never allowed to just partially draw this dude or I'm gonna be implying something. Might be better to not draw his neck immediately when I'm drawing him. Note to myself. I gotta work on his cheek structure a little bit. Alright, let's get this boy's hair down though. Wait a minute. I think it needs to be up higher or else it's going to make him look completely bald when he's doing his down position. This is why it's good to work it out before you do it in a comic setting or whatever. Yeah, there's one character who could probably be described as a demi-boy. I think he usually would probably go for non-binary boy as opposed to demi-boy, but a lot of people use it just interchangeably because it's basically what it means. For some, it's definitely not the same thing, though. I feel like these feathers could be a little more robust and flowy. These feathers are still a little bit. they're gonna be they're gonna be ridiculously tall. Um, there we go. There we go. Um, I'll draw Pigeon Boy once just so that he's not completely neglected. Pigeons do this weird thing with their fucking heads, right? This seems like a pigeon thing to do. Alright, this guy's head just kinda. Just merges right into his neck. Alright, that pushed it to about 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna end the stream and call it a day for at least this portion of my work. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Oh yeah, Mystery starts streaming at 9 anyway, so fucking I gotta. Alright, yeah. Thank you for tuning in, and I might suggest doing character designs again just because people seem to like it. So that's about it. Have a good night and everything.